Hey, this is Dennis with Real America. Haven't done anything in a while, but I've decided that it's time based on a couple of things that have happened in the last little while. Number one, the United States Supreme Court decision that affects charitable donations, which to me aren't really charitable. They're coming from multi-billion-dollar industries. Never before in my life have I seen a court more biased. Never before have I seen such poor decision making that go against the grain of the United States Constitution of America. I don't remember seeing this kind of bias in my lifetime coming from any courtroom at any time. Now bear in mind what the Supreme Court has done is they've opened the floodgates that make the wholesale cutting up and dismantling of America available to those who have the money. Transparency in voting, not in voting, but in donations, to me is critical, just absolutely critical. And how the court could see this on any level just boggles my mind. I recently saw a picture of the justices in their robes, and of course it was a fictitious picture. Somebody had photoshopped it, I'm sure. But what it showed was the justices in their robes with their commercial sponsors sewn as patches to those robes. Now, for those of you who don't understand this, is a lot of those people have financial backing. They go fishing and have coffee with people from like BP and Halliburton. I mean, that's pretty much the obvious reason that they did this is because they're connected to big business, so they gave big business a pass. Very, very disappointing to me, very upsetting to the public, to voters, to citizens, to taxpayers. This was the last bastion of integrity that George Bush hadn't completely tainted, although he's the one that set this up. We can no longer depend on a reasonable decision by the Supreme Court of this great country. Now, that in itself should scare the hell out of everyone. This country can go down in flames now. It can be sold off to the highest bidder because of what the Supreme Court did. Congratulations, justices. You used to just look silly in your robes. Now we know you're completely foolish in them. Eric Holder. This one fries my mind. The Eric Holder situation is not about guns. It doesn't have anything to do with guns. There's no legislation on the table now that would affect guns. But that money-driven entity, the NRA, has decided that if they could feed enough nonsense to the Republican Party, what they could come up with was voter suppression. Part two in the crumbling of America, taking away the vote from people who deserve to vote. People that have been voting for 50, 60, 70 and more years are losing their ability to vote. Thanks to the Republican Party. Blacks, the elderly, Hispanics. What's happening to America? The Republican Party is destroying this country. And the frosting on the cake is the apathy and the lack of courage with Democrats. Jim Matheson, politician. Clara McCaskill, politician. Not going to the Democratic convention because they want to spend time with their constituents. Well, Bozo 1 and 2, your constituents want you to be part of the Democratic Party. They want you to stand with the president. They want you to back him up. They want you to have the spine to back him up, and apparently you don't. I'm disgusted with Democrats who have turned coat because they're too cowardly. And you know what? We're talking about money again. They're afraid they're going to lose their little cushy jobs. They don't give a damn about us. I know they're Democrats and I'm a Democrat, but the truth is they don't give a damn about anybody but themselves. Right, Mr. Matheson? Right, McCaskill? I don't respect you. I hope your constituents decide to change because you are doing them a disservice. Go to the convention. Be a part of what we stand for. Be a part of what you said you stood for. With Democratic politicians like you in office, the president doesn't have a chance. I am so tired of people pointing the finger at him and saying, he's not a good leader. He hasn't had the opportunity to lead. We haven't given him that opportunity. Every time that the Republicans or the Tea Party say jump, McCaskill and Matheson say, how high? It's disgusting. Man up, woman up, be what you're supposed to be. We elected you to be a part of this, not to be a separate entity. Remember, lifetime appointments for the Supreme Court of the United States is a major mistake. The Supreme Court has hurt us. The Republican Party has hurt this country. They do not care about getting jobs to Americans. They don't care about people that are sick. They don't care about people that are old. They don't care about people that are losing their houses. They just want to get rid of the black man. Get rid of the black man. That's what they want to do. Well, quite frankly, you can learn a few lessons from the black man. President Obama has done a stellar job. He's done things that Bush couldn't do, and yet we still want to try to find a way to gig him. Well, I'm telling you, if this country doesn't vote for President Obama, if we don't put this man back in the White House, he deserves another 4 years, and we put those losers like Etch-a-Sketch Romney in there, if we allow ourselves to be manipulated by Darrell Issa and John No-Brain Boehner, we deserve what we get. And I'll be looking at land in Canada because I don't know that I could live under the martial law of the Republican Party. Remember, they're going to get rid of Brown versus the Board of Education. They're going to attack that. They're going to get rid of Roe v. Wade. They're going to get rid of affirmative action. They're going to get rid of Title IX sports, which allows women to play sports because the men's sports, the male sports, bring all the money and the women's sports don't. So, hey, what do we need them for? They're going to get rid of that. They're going to take away women's rights. And eventually they'll take away your right to attend the church of your choice and the school of your choice and how long you wear your hair and how you have tattoos and earrings. If you think that's not coming, you're wrong. It's a Puritan intellect. It's an ideology from 100 years ago. This country can't tolerate it. This is real America. I'm Dennis. Wake up, America.